Here we go. 1 woman, 14 men who sound like they're making a duty every time they get up from the couch. Let's do it! So they open with the men saying that they're having trouble sleeping, and then they get this shot of this guy. If they ever took a video of me sleeping with my shirt off, I don't think I'd ever take my shirt off again. I mean, he looks good, but I can't imagine just being the loosest version of myself while a camera is on me and then it just showing up on ABC. They're showing Pascal. He doesn't like to cook or clean. He doesn't do laundry. And he's found the perfect person to talk about this with, because he finds Jewish Jordan, who's like, don't worry, man. My mom wouldn't let me do any laundry or clean anything. And even if I tried to clean, she would yell at me for making it dirtier. So I'm with you, man. We don't know how to do anything. So Jesse explains there's going to be 2 one-on-one dates and the men go wild, and then 1 group date. Dan always looks like he just walked in on his wife sleeping with another man. Just like, how could you? I go to work every day, and this is how you treat me? I loved you, babe. Oh, come on. So Pascal gets the one-on-one date, and Mark gives the fakest smile I have ever seen. Oh, good. Good for Pascal. Good. I'm happy the guy who can't cook or clean or fold his own clothing is going to get an opportunity to be with the woman of my dreams. All I did was serve the country and go to war, and he starts to get ready, and he is wearing the arm candy of a guy who has a lot of sex. Like, your dad, who's been married 50 years, doesn't wear this many bracelets. This is him being like, no, I have to put on all of my bracelets to let her know I make the love on many a woman. So Joan shows up to the house in an outfit I would only describe as something my mom would talk about with another mom. She looks like she's here for her super sweet 16. I don't know. Pascal's happy. He's like, nothing age appropriate with me. I wear bracelets like a 15-year-old. So they take a sports car to a private jet to go to Vegas. I would be the worst person to go on a jet with. All I would talk about is like, oh my God, can you believe we didn't have to go through security? Put as many of the chips in your pocket as possible. We have to take everything. There's no bathroom? I thought this was a private jet. When do I go to the bathroom? Should we have just flown Southwest? I mean, if there's no bathroom, what's this even worth? So they stay at the Paris Hotel in Vegas. This has got to be pretty underwhelming for Pascal, who's a pretty high-end guy, to be like, oh, cool. Maybe we could eat at the Creperie. Ooh, look how fancy. Pascal's like, this is nice. You have, there are good sliders at the Creperie. Just like home, I guess. So then they go to the hotel room. They're going to play dress up. He says he feels like Julia Roberts. He puts on the shiny tuck suit. She puts on the shiny dress. And then Pascal, I don't need this. Let's not show this. I don't need to look at 60-year-old men with a better body than me. I'm looking at him like, I need to feel at least as good as, if not better than these men. I need to feel like I have time left on earth. I don't need to look at my fitness goals on a 60-year-old body. No, this is cruel of ABC. The show should be canceled. So Pascal is 69, which has just depressed me. And Joan, 61, looks like the Emmy Award came to life. She honestly looks like if Crate & Barrel became a human being. It's got to be weird for the piano player. They're like having this romantic moment, and then this guy's just hanging. Like, he won't even look up. He's like, don't worry, I'm looking at the keys. I've played this song 1,000 times, but I'm just going to be here playing. Don't even think of old Ron over here. I'm a professional. Don't worry about me. You guys, Pascal, feel free to, rub a bone dog on her every now and again. I'm not looking. I'm cool. So they're dancing, and there's a knock at the door, and it's, oh my God, Wayne Newton, who look. If I saw this head pop in, I'd be like, ah, Wayne's alive! Like I would. This is too much. Wayne's here, and they're like, oh, cool. He lurches over. It looks like a Madame Tussauds statue came to life. Look at their faces. Talking to them, they're like, you're alive. You're really here. Look at Pascal's like, so this is what you look like now, huh? Good for you. You're still working? Okay. Now Wayne tells him he wants to do a little. Oh my God, Wayne. Wayne. That maybe a little song for you. I mean, this is too much. I'm happy for Wayne. I'm happy he's still working. I'm happy he still has the gold mic. I'm happy he's still alive. Maybe this was too much a scene. Maybe it was just a handshake, a hello, and a picture opportunity. Because he is going for it. Oh my God, he can barely say Dankeschön. He looks like he's going to Dankeschön in his pants. No, enough. Good for Wayne. So we have this very touching moment with Charles pulling aside Guy, who's a doctor, to ask him about his wife when she passed. Every time Charles is on screen, it's starting to feel like we're on a different show. Like something called Charles Chooses Life or something like that, where a guy who's a widower is figuring out how to live without the woman he loved the most. Like, good for him, but like, this is a different show. So Pascal didn't grow up with much in France. And his story sounds like he grew up in Les Mis. He had cardboard in his shoes.
He goes, he comes back about 5 minutes later, and he put a piece of cardboard inside.
Like, his story kind of sounds like he was Remy the Rat from Ratatouille. He's like, I floated down a sewer drain and ended up at a restaurant, and the reviewer kept chasing me around even though I was hiding. So we're at the group date. We're at a football field. The men are taking their time down this stairway. They are like, we are not risking falling down those stairs. And now they're running. I mean, someone's going to pull something today. I mean, there's no question. Maybe all of their hamstrings will get pulled at the same exact time. So Andre Reed and Eric Dickerson are here to help with this group date today. I mean, Guy brought the guns today. He's like, no man will be able to outdo my trapezoids, as well as no man will be able to have someone else see their teeth from 3 miles away. I will win the arms competition and the teeth competition. So they're playing kickball. Gary is pumped about kickball. I'd be with Gary. I'd be like, yes, thank goodness, no running. Guy's pissed. He's like, wait a minute, what? We're not doing the decathlon? We're not going to do a bodybuilding competition? We're not going to throw the steel ball? But kickball? How am I going to get my sprints intake? So now they're having a kickball game, and I got to say, there is nothing that is sadder than going to a kickball game that is between a bunch of 6-year-olds on a dating show. None of these people can say that they're busy ever. You are not allowed to cancel plans. You're not allowed to say, oh, we can't make it to the wedding this weekend. No. You had time to watch a bunch of men in their 60s play kickball. You have time for literally everything on earth. So we're at the kickball game, and Guy bunts it. Are you kidding me? Bunting is what the most annoying kid in gym class would do. The person who tries too hard, the person who doesn't play any sports outside of it, needs this a little too much, and then he gets crushed. Thank God. Good. Get him out. Bunting a kickball? This guy should be on the no-fly list. That is against community rules. Look how hard these guys are going right now. Are you kidding me? This guy just laid out for that ball. Every bone in his body might be dust right now. He might just be like a human skin bag with soup inside of it. There's nothing. He might be dead. I mean, are you kidding? Is he alive? Is he okay? He's not feeling it now, but you can tell in his mind he's going, I'm going to feel this at 10 o'clock at night. I will not sleep for a week. So now we're back on Charles's show, and it's a pivotal point in the game. And imagine you need more time with Joan, and this is who's at bat to see if you can get that. It's like, oh no, we're definitely going home. I'm not getting that extra time. So now Charles is up. Here's how you know they're all nice guys. The pitcher right now, if he was like a real douche, would be like, okay, everybody, move in. Move in. We got a newbie here. He's never played baseball or kickball. Bring it in. Like, that's how you know they're all being nice guys. And Charles gets a hit down the third base line. The crowd goes wild. He legs out a base hit. And the place goes nuts. Charles might love again. And we're here on the Charles show. And they didn't catch it. Charles is gonna be okay. Look at this is his show. Now we go back to the Joan show after we see Charles have a coming of age moment. So the blue team wins, crowd goes nuts, and for some reason they lift Charles up on their shoulders for getting a base hit. They're like, yes, yes, Charles will love again. Oh, we're here for Joan? Yeah, we'll lift her up later. No, Charles, he's the man. So the winning team gets the extra time. Kim claps like they're bringing out pudding. And why is it that Jordan has the hairstyle of a 13-year-old who's just decided on the type of music he likes and slams his door when his parents ask why he's playing it so loud? So everyone's getting their time with Joan, and look at how uncomfortably close Kim is to her on the bench. Like, I'd be like, hey, listen, my neck hurts trying to talk to you this way. He's like, but how else would I get my right hand on your right buttocks? Huh? So Charles, instead of pulling Joan aside to get to know her better, lets her know he found out that his wife, when she passed, she bit her tongue, and that's why she was bleeding, and it's a whole lot of relief for him, which I'm happy for Charles, but I'm also like, do you know what show you're on? Like, you're here to try and woo Joan, not get through the pains and traumas of your life, but I'm happy you're getting through those pains and trauma. Like, Joan's very nice about it, but at what point does Joan go, where are you from, Charles? Have you been on any dates? Do you like dessert, sweet or savory? Like, when do those conversations happen? So Joan's mom isn't feeling so well, and Gary came to her aid.
Told me that she loves having me around.
Look how he wipes away this tear. It's the most awkward way I've ever seen someone wipe a tear away. It's like his arm is from another body. Like, doesn't that look like it's coming from someone else, maybe? Like
I matter.
Usually people wipe the cheek, not like the corner of the, like, is he wiping an eyebrow? You know you cry from your eye, Gary, not your eyebrow. So Joan tells the story of her family.
Grew up most of her life in an orphanage because her mother had tuberculosis. And it was the days when they put you in a sanatorium.
A sanatorium? Why does it sound like it's from 1,000 years ago? She's like, yeah, she was in the sanatorium and was raised by those doctors with those big masks on that made them look like crows. Yeah, that's how they grew up. And, you know, we grew up in a hut and we made it with our hands out of straw and, you know, just stuff from the early 1500s. Joan finds out that Gil, who has a restraining order against him, has a young 17-year-old daughter. She's like, you're like a working dad. Where do you find the time to text a woman 17,000 times in a day to tell her to come over? How'd you find the time? So the group date rose goes to restraining order Gil for having a 17-year-old daughter and finding the time to be able to wait outside a random woman's house to confront her. And then Kim might have died. I mean, every time you look into Kim's eyes, I'm like, is he going to yell at me for not doing push-ups well enough? So Jonathan gets the one-on-one date, and he has made a calculated decision. He's basically like, listen, if Joan is a tattoo woman, I'm winning this competition. I'm the only guy who's got a wild tattoo in a wild spot of my body. And if this is what she's into now, I've got it in the bag. If not, I'm going home. I like what he's done. It's an all or nothing play with Jonathan. He's like, I'm going to show it off. And she's either in or she's out. So Jonathan's going to meet Joan. This whole scene very much looks like Joan had a son abducted and she took matters into her own hands. And she's going to meet the kidnappers to give them money she was able to find on her own. Like, this all looks very much like she's about to say, just give me back my son. John really went for it. I mean, when you button 2 buttons on the shirt, you have made a decision. I don't care if you have whatever tattoo you have on your chest. When you button 2 buttons, you can't do that without knowing you're buttoning 2 buttons. Like, this is a style choice. This is a lifestyle choice. Good for him. So Captain Kim back at the house has written a song, and he's trying to get everyone riled up to sing his song. Look how not excited he is.
Wow.
Wow.
It was a fun group there.
The fun group. We like to sing. That's what we do. I've got it ready. Who's ready to get up off the couch and start singing? Look at Chock is like, how am I going to tell this guy that I never want to be in a room with him again? You have to hear this song. It's so sad.
We're here to win the heart of Joan. We come from everywhere. We still have love we want to share. We're tired of being alone.
We're tired of being alone. We're tired of being alone. We have erectile dysfunction, and sure, we cannot have sex, and maybe we have high cholesterol, and we might be dying tomorrow, but at least we're here today. We are the mansion men. We might not be able to ever go to bed. We pee every 5 seconds, and we have no wife and family, but we are annoying always to our kids. So Gary with a genius excuse.
But this is your song to Joan.
Genius.
It's your song. It's our song.
It's our song. Every time Kim talks, he just sounds like he's angry. It doesn't matter how happy it sounds. This is our song. We've all become best friends, haven't we? So we should sing together as a choir, in unison, because we like each other. Right, guys?
At the end of our date today, we got to go back, and I started to have a feeling.
So Joan's having a moment. She says that she sees a hawk, and that reminds her of her late husband, John.
When John died, this hawk used to come and fly by the window.
And she just gave Jonathan the rose, and her mom's been sick. I gotta say, she's handling this tough moment better than my mom would. She's like bumbling around on a horse. My mom would be like, no one does the dishes. I'm cleaning everyone's clothes. No one helps me. My mom is sick. I stubbed my toe. Like, it wouldn't be this like quiet moment that Joan is having while she bops around on a horse. Joan, it's me, John. I've been flying above your date. I want you to enjoy. Jonathan seems like a great guy. He has a fabulous tattoo on his chest. He's a little different from me, but you should be enjoying different people. I am. I'm up here getting with all the different birds. Owls, parrots, parakeets, even a flamingo. Yes, it was a little awkward at first, but we made do. We figured it out. Go. Enjoy the touch of Jonathan. Enjoy Kim and his angry yelling that actually comes from a good place. Hug Keith and his big Papa Bear stomach. Enjoy, like I am. So Joan comes into the rose ceremony and she tells them she's going to have a very open and honest conversation with them. She's tired of holding back. And these guys are ready for some serious talk. Look at Dan, who always looks like he had the hardest day at work. He's like, okay, tell us. You didn't like the reports? I worked on them all night. I'm under a lot of pressure at home. My wife is about to leave me. I swear I'll get my numbers up. Joan says she's done being closed off.
To be the vulnerable.
I'm going to be vulnerable. I'm going to start telling you guys the real Joan. And then here's what she starts off with.
And I'm tired.
She's tired.
Yes.
They're like, oh, God, really?
First thing is, I
Tired?
miss my family.
You miss your family?
I miss
Joan,
my kids.
you miss your kids?
And
What?
My mom is sick.
Your mom is sick.
And she's 92.
She's
Any
92.
little illness.
She's not running marathons? What did she think was going to come back to her from this? You think one of the guys is like, whoa, you miss your kids? Boo, wuss. Like, of course, we all... Chock pulls aside Joan after her big speech.
I'm not a pressure guy, but I just want to know that
And close your eyes. That is Peyton Manning.
that you want to be with somebody.
That is Peyton Manning's voice.
That maybe I'll never be 100%. I don't think I can be 100%, and I don't think...
Because I've got memories.
Oh, my God. Omaha! Omaha! Cut that meat! Cut that meat! So now Charles pulls Joan aside,
As you know. Yeah.
and Charles gives Joan a picture of his wife who has passed.
You look so happy.
Again, I'm not sure Charles knows what this show is all about.
So much.
I think Charles thinks he's on a show about grieving a dead loved one
It's a sad feeling.
and connecting with other grievers. Because I don't know what Joan does with that picture. Like when they don't work out. Oh, what's that picture of that Asian couple? Oh, that's my friend whose wife passed away, who we almost dated, but I'm pretty sure he didn't know we were dating. Joan is told someone is here to see you during the rose ceremony, and it's Big Dog Gary. Gary heard a woman was feeling down, and he's like, it's time for the big dog to come in and eat. That's right, Joan might be looking for a side of Gare Bear. Joan sits with Gary.
It was for me, and it was
I had forgotten how much Gary sounded like Kermit the Frog.
Be careful you're not trying to find...
Well, Joan, I was thinking about you and how hot you were. And, you know, Gary is now a divorced man and also a New York Times best-selling author. So I was thinking we could get a couple of beers.
This is a hard one, I think.
Okay.
Gary, don't ask to come on the show.
Possibility.
Oh, no, stop it.
Your guy is
Please.
not here.
No, Gary.
I considered that before I got here a lot more than I'm considering that now.
Look at Jones like, no, I'm not. I have the guy here. He's here. We don't need any more guys. Look at Gary's like, no, okay. Yeah, okay.
Strong connection.
Okay, no, oh, good. That's what I was wondering. This is purely a test. Purely old Gary just checking in. You know, Big Dog Gary having some trouble out there in the real world. But don't worry, Big Dog Gary will bark again. So Joan escapes Big Dog Gary's claws. And now Kim is plowing through to his song that no one wants to do. Can you imagine someone seriously singing to you from that far away? She's like, this is fun. Oh my God, a military tune. This is exactly what gets a woman wet. So we're here at the rose ceremony. Joan is here. The men look like the line for the men's bathroom at Meat Market in Boca.
To get to the end of
Here we go. So Greg, CK, and Kim are going home.
Being around her feels good.
And Kim ain't leaving without a kiss on the lips.
I would like to be her friend.
I'd like to be your friend. She's like, okay, great. This is what I do as a friend. Look at that, was unbelievable. She's like, yeah, I'll be your friend. And then look at this. I guess, oh, we're going to kiss now. Okay. Yup. That's what friends do. That's what Kim's friends do. We kiss on the lips. And Guy comes out to say goodbye to Kim. One last hug, maybe a kiss on the lips. Sing us off, Kim.
The mansion men, the golden season men.
We are the mansion men, our balls can touch the sand. We'll kiss you on the lips, I don't care if we're just friends, 'cause we do that all the time. We talk very seriously and we are not angry. We are happy even when we yell. And that's it for the Golden Bachelorette. And that's it for me. From us to you, good night. I'll be back next week. Share, share, share. Tell a friend.